What's up, people?
Welcome to Not That It Matters, episode 2. For real this time.
2.5, we'll call it.
For real. Make sure there's no technical difficulties this time. Last time,
Erica did it.
Lamar.
It was all Erica's fault.
I'm gonna explain to y'all exactly what happened.
All right, now you're ruining it.
You're ruining the video already, and we just started.
We're gonna move on.
We can just move on from here.
No. They deserve to know. Our fans
And I'm telling you,
deserve to know.
Erica did it.
Lamar has these Bluetooth headphones.
All right, yep.
And he left them on. So when we recorded yesterday, all you could hear was Erica and Layla because he left his headphones on in their room. So we're sitting here talking, having a whole 55-minute conversation, and you can hear basically none of it because of this guy.
It's Erica's fault. It's Erica's fault.
Yep.
She failed to disable the headphones,
Yep.
and look where it got us.
Got us to episode 2, right here, right now.
2.5.
Yes, sir. It's your boy, Elijah Coles.
AKA Scum of the Earth.
King of the Dogs, 56
Scum.
on Twitch. We be streaming. Who are you?
It's your boy, Llama Bean King 95.
AKA nigga who doesn't know what he's doing. Go ahead, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I take offense to that.
I'm sorry. Guy who doesn't know what he's doing.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. Technically it was a white lady, but that don't matter.
It wasn't. It wasn't.
On with the video, please.
Yeah, we good. Okay. Is that funny? That's supposed to be funny? I broke my watch. I'm very upset about that.
I wasn't talking about your
That's
watch.
cool. It's cool. Moving on. So today we're gonna get into we're gonna talk a little bit about sports, trade rumors, guys we're looking at, guys we think will be good in certain places. We'll talk about where we think they should go. We'll even try to put together little trade packages here and there, but we won't really get too in depth in that this episode. Then we're gonna talk about, of course, the music because we love music, and we're gonna veer away a little bit from rap and get into just our overall, musical vernacular and where we developed our taste and our preferences.
Vernacular. Listen to this guy.
Okay. The first guy we're gonna talk about is one of my favorite players, Andre Drummond, and I love Andre Drummond, bro. I always have, because even when he first came out of Connecticut, he was exactly his package. He was a big guy, big athletic, strong guy who's gonna rebound, block shots, maybe get a steal here and there, put up some boards, put up some offensive rebounds, and that's about it. Exactly as advertised. And his rookie season, he averaged 7 points and 7 rebounds. Right? Played only like 10 games. He didn't play that many games.
Yeah.
From that point on, he never averaged less than 13 points and 13 rebounds. Never. 13 points, 13 rebounds, stealing a half, a block and a half per game. The guy has been the picture of consistency and toughness. Not to mention, he's worked on his free throw game, so his free throws are better now than they were before, which is obviously an improvement. He plays with the Cavaliers now, and he has 1 year, $28 million left on his contract, right? And I believe if he's going to do a buyout, because I don't think they're going to trade him. I don't think they're going to get back exactly what they want for him. Which, I mean, because they know he doesn't want to be there. Teams know he doesn't want to be there, right? So they're not going to trade him. Like, for example, a guy like Andre Drummond, 2-time All-Star, perennial double-double. You're looking at, you probably get a first-round pick, maybe a young talented guy. But because they know he's he doesn't want to be there, teams aren't going to give up a whole bunch for him. So he's going to have to buy his way out. I think that's either going to be anywhere from $13 to $15 million he gives back to get out. And then, so, we're going to talk about where he could end up. Top 3 teams right now they're talking about are the New York Knicks, the Brooklyn Nets, and the Los Angeles Lakers. What do you think about those 3?
I'd like to see him go to I know the Knicks have a good team this year.
Surprisingly good.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised if you know who they got.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
But they got a good squad. I would love to see him go to Brooklyn. No, I say love, and that's a strong word. I wouldn't love to, but it would be interesting.
I'm like Charles Barkley on them. I'm like Charles Barkley to LeBron. I'm like to KD. Damn, you want all the good players? You remember when they were saying that sick shit? You remember when they was all saying when LeBron was like, man, I need more help. We top heavy and shit. We top heavy. And everybody was blasting this man. Oh, he doesn't want to compete. He doesn't want to do this. He doesn't want to do that. In 2011, when the Miami Heat formed with Bosh, Wade, and Bron, and then the Lakers got Dwight Howard, Steve Nash, Pau Gasol, and Kobe, which was at the time huge because they was building a team to fight the Heat, right? Because they saw what the Heat was doing. Like, oh, we gotta gear up. So they got two great Hall of Fame players to add into that team.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant tweeted, "Don't nobody want to compete no more. Let's let everybody spread out and play basketball." Right? Now, it's not verbatim, but that's basically what he said. Right? Now he on the Nets. He went and traded for James Harden. They signed a Blake Griffin. They trying to get Andre Drummond. It's like, hey, I don't blame them. You doing what you got to do to win a championship. That's smart. But at the same time,
you're more talking about his hypocrisy.
The hypocrisy. Like, come on, bro. Hey, he was the main one calling Blake Griffin, recruiting him. And my thing is, be about what you say you about. Cause you when he said that,
I
this
feel
was
like
so crazy.
I feel like it was just like you said though. I feel like it was just stupid for him to say that.
He said that and then signed with the Warriors, who beat him.
Yeah, so like I said, it was just stupid for him to say that.
I must have had a burner account of his back then.
Yeah, because it's just to say that. Even during that time, you had like prime examples like the Heat, the Warriors,
the Celtics. That was not the first time that was a gathering of all stars. The Rockets did it in the '90s with Charles Barkley, Hakeem Olajuwon, and Clyde Drexler. Did it again with Scottie Pippen. They had a Scottie Pippen to the Portland Trailblazers. It had on them boys. I don't know. Was Scottie with the Rockets? Either way, this is not the first time a collection of all-stars have gathered together to play.
It won't be the last.
It won't be the last.
It's how it happens.
It's just sick how, but I ain't want to make this about LeBron because everybody knows I'm a LeBron fan. Going back down to him, his fit with the Nets is simply, we gonna shoot it, you get the rebound, go back up.
And then,
that's it.
Excuse me, YouTube.
Right.
I'm not feeling 100%, so I'm gonna be doing a lot of coughing in this video.
Dog, thugging it out, though.
But gotta get y'all this content.
Thugging it out.
But but like you said though, his fit, that's what it is. Look who, like you said, the three main people he got. I mean, Kyrie, he can shoot when he needs to. He can be pretty clutch.
Harden gonna shoot a lot.
Harden, every time you get that nigga the ball, he gonna shoot.
Oh, don't do that, though. Not in Brooklyn. Not in Brooklyn. I'm gonna give credit where credit is due.
Don't get me wrong now.
He's playing point guard.
He knew all he wanted to do was move. When he went to Brooklyn, he showed up. Like them first 5 games, he dropped no less than what was it, 33?
He was 20, he was 25 and 11 assists every night. And, he's playing point guard. And they're winning. They're beating it. Now, everybody gonna talk about how they're on this nice little streak, 11 or 12 or something like that, right? But they're not really playing great teams over this stretch. But that's neither here nor there because it's the NBA. Everybody's good. You beat them. So good for you, right? Drummond, though, with them is interesting because, honestly, the real reason they get him is because they want somebody who can compete with that monster in Philadelphia, right? And if they can get into the playoffs with that man healthy, Joel Embiid, I'm talking about, they can get into the playoffs with that man healthy, man. That dude is on a tear. He's playing something serious.
He's a monster, man. He's a monster.
It's insane. He's shooting 42% from the 3-point line as well, right? Like he has his post game unstoppable. There's nothing you can do about it, right? He's gonna get it. It's the footwork, the touch, everything is there. And then you turn around and even if you say stop him or get him out of the paint, He's a 42% three-point shooter, along with a really well-developed mid-range shot, right? So he's a guy you just want to have to compete with him. You can't really stop him, but you can compete and make him work for what he gets. And Andre Drummond can do that because Andre Drummond's a big boy.
Yeah.
He's a big, strong boy.
Yeah.
And he can hang with him.
Yeah.
In terms of sheer physicality. In terms of basketball players, Joel Embiid is far better. But in terms of sheer physicality, Andre Drummond can hang. So the Nets, I can see them really wanting him just so they can get somebody to deal with him. When you talk about the Lakers, the Marc Gasol experiment, it has failed. He is who we thought he was. He's a 40-year-old man out there who is overweight and not quite good anymore. Like, he used to be pretty good. Really good. I'm sorry. He was really good. Should have never won Defensive Player of the Year. But that, we're not going to get into that. But he was really good. But now, he's big and slow. That is literally it. He gets like 4 fouls in the first half. So now you're taxing your bench to deal with it. And you don't really have any other bigs who can guard other bigs. Right? So when he gets in foul trouble, they kind of screwed because they don't have anybody else to come off the bench. Any 7-footers come off the bench and deal with a Nikola Jokic, deal with a DeAndre Ayton, deal with a Giannis for that matter, or even Joel Embiid, Karl Anthony Towns. You know, guys like that, big guys. You know, Anthony Davis, great defender, but you don't want him guarding Joel Embiid for 4 quarters. You don't want him guarding Nikola Jokic for 4 quarters. You don't want him guarding guys like that for 4 quarters because he's not gonna be able to give you much on the offensive side, and you need that from him. You need that 28 and 10. You need that guy back. But if he's languishing down in the post trying to stop Joel Embiid from getting 40, you can't ask for much from him on the offensive side. So they could use a guy like Andre Drummond who could just a big body they could throw at these guys. Also a rebounder. That being said, I'm gonna tell you where I want him to go. Then you can tell me where you can envision him going. For me personally, and I've talked to people about this. I talked to Juan about this. He remembers this was a huge thing for me. I've always wanted Andre Drummond to go to the Golden State Warriors. I want it so bad. I'm not even a huge Golden State fan. I'm a Steph fan. I really like Steph. But more than that would just be so much fun for me.
I mean, definitely, I can see it.
You can play looser with the
Yeah,
shot.
he could. Yeah, I mean, about to say because don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that Steph isn't a shooter, but he knows when he has to get hot, and he has to pick that time and precisely.
That's basketball IQ, man.
Yeah,
you see
you know what I'm
moments to take over.
But with Andre on this team, like you said, that timing, that timing would be wider because he could just be like, I couldn't get hot now, but we're gonna give it a little bit more because
I'm about to pull up from 40 because I got that beast down there. Give me the rebound. Like he doesn't have to be so selective in his shot making. Because you realize, you look at Steph. Steph's averaging 30 points this year on 50% from the field, 40% from 3, 90% from the free throw line. It's insane. But if you really break down and look at his stats, he's not shooting the ball as much as you would think and you would want from a superstar player of his caliber. I think he's around 15, 16 shots a game.
Yeah.
That's top tier, but with that team, you look at that team, you go, Steph's only shooting the ball 15, 16 times? Really? Man, that's why I give him credit. I give him credit for that because he could be shooting the ball 30 times a game if he really wanted to. Ain't nobody on that team. What? Kelly Oubre and Andrew Wiggins gonna say, man, pass. Dude. Like, that's not.
So, you think that's cool, man?
What? Bro. I mean, I love Kelly Oubre and Andrew Wiggins.
I ain't talking about that bump.
Andrew Wiggins. But he's actually playing decently this year. But they're not guys who can say anything to Steph Curry.
I mean, but who is?
Not a word.
There's not a lot of players out there who could.
Exactly. And he ain't got none of them on his team. Man, I'd be yakking. But
so you'd be one selfish behind.
They not gonna win nothing, bro. I'm not saying he's wrong. He's right, and they're winning games because he's doing that. They're a really good team because of what he's doing.
Okay, so listen to what you
they're a
said.
better team than they should be because he's doing that.
And you know what?
But,
No, this is that basketball IQ you was talking about because you be a real, excuse my language, you be a real nigga. Get the ball.
Who won't stop him? That man can average 40.
As soon as you
if
miss,
he wanted to.
I can see you now. As soon as you miss, coach.
What are you doing?
What are you doing, son?
Who? Steve Kerr gonna say that to Steph? As soon as I see him start throwing his hands up, what?
Who you want me to pass to?
How about you, baby?
Come here, Steve. We're gonna put you in the point.
No. I'm going to assistant coach. You the head coach now, cause I got that kind of pull. Like, fuck. I'm Steph Curry.
But yeah, but man, like you said though, he's using his knowledge. He knows.
No, he's playing real smart and they're winning games because of it. I think they're what, 19 and 20. They're firmly in the playoff race. They'll most likely make the playoffs. They're not getting out the first round because it's literally just Steph. Like I like Kelly Oubre, young guy, talented guy, can play defense when he wants to. Same thing with Andrew Wiggins, but they just haven't really put it together yet. So you can't really expect much from them in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. You know what you get out of Draymond. You know, if Draymond give you 20, that's a miracle.
Yeah.
You know.
Draymond.
Now James Wiseman, young guy, he's shown he could be really good, but again, playoffs, you don't know what you're gonna get out of him. Steph, I know what I'm gonna get out of Steph. You know, efficient, you know, playmaking, facilitator, you know, guy, steals. We know what we're gonna get out of Steph. But the rest of that team, you just don't know what you're gonna get in the playoffs. You know. That being said, I really think Andre Drummond would be fun on that team. I really want to see it. Moving on from Andre Drummond, moving on to another guy I like, John Collins from the Atlanta Hawks. He's 23 years old. I think he went to Wake Forest, so he's a smart guy.
Yeah.
And he that's messed up. I think he went to Cardinal Newman. Check me out. Prove me wrong. Because I think he went to Cardinal Newman. I don't know if it's Cardinal Newman in South Carolina, but there is a Cardinal Newman in South Carolina. So when I saw that he went to Cardinal, I was like, oh, from South Carolina? But it could be another Cardinal Newman out there. I don't know. YouTube.
Drop something in the comments.
Yeah,
let us know. You know what I'm saying? Fact check for us, please. We'd really appreciate that.
Now, the Boston Celtics are in the market for a big man because they don't have any. The biggest player they have.
I'm sorry.
Bro, that's eerie.
Yeah,
That's eerie.
I heard it too.
The biggest player they have is Tristan Thompson. He's 6'9", 230, maybe 240. Right? Now, he plays bigger than he is, but he's still 6'9", 240. Not a big guy.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. They need height, they need size. And the two guys they're really looking at, LaMarcus Aldridge and John Collins, are both in that 6'9", 6'10 range, 230, 240 range. But they're far more developed players than Tristan Thompson.
Yeah.
Like their offensive game's way better. They fit better with that Boston Celtics offense because they can shoot. They can even handle the ball a little bit, not much, but they can do it. They can shoot. They got a post game. You know, they're gonna rebound. So John Collins is gonna rebound. I don't know about Marcus. Marcus ain't really rebounding since Portland, but those two guys are the guys they're going after, and if they get either one, that makes them a way better team just because those guys fit the offense better.
Yeah.
Than Tristan Thompson, and they're way better than Daniel Tice. Juan loves Daniel Tice. Man used to argue me down. Daniel Tice is really good. He's a good role player and all this, and he's all right. That's special. But, and look at the upgrade, and those two guys are big upgrades, and they're both in that trade buyout. Well, John Collins not gonna get bought out, but he might get traded. And LaMarcus they're trying to trade him, but his trade value is not as high. I don't think it's as high as they gonna want.
Yeah.
So they probably gonna buy him out, right? Or he's gonna buy his contract out for him. Yeah. Which basically leaves John Collins. They're really talking about it's either Boston or Minnesota. And I like Minnesota. I like Minnesota for a lot. Young team, young, talented team. Got a lot of talent. They're young. I just don't think they got a coach. They just don't have a coach that's going to get the best out of them. I'd like to see a Marc. What's his name? Dude who does the commentary. Basically built the Golden State team. Marc. God, I forget his name. He literally, bro, I forget his name. He played for the. Did he play for the Knicks? Oh man, I can't remember. That's gonna piss me off. But he was a good point guard. He was a really good point guard.
His name was Mark something?
Mark something. Black guy, preacher. I just cannot remember his name. Killing me. I like to see him, maybe David Fisdale, like him. Guys like that. But anyway, they need a coach. And I think John Collins on that team makes that team better. And a good coach makes that team way better.
I definitely agree with that. We've seen it before. Teams that had really good superstars on their team, you know what I'm saying?
Just look at the Sixers. You know, they went from every year you're like, man, they could do this, they could do that, but ultimately disappointing to now they really look like a contender. Doc Rivers has them boys playing, so they're an exciting team. So coaching makes a big difference. Not as much. It makes a big difference in the NBA, but not as much in football. In football, coaching makes a huge difference. My brother AJ taught me that. My brothers taught me everything I know about sports, pretty much. They were real instrumental in one, developing my love for sports, but also developing my mind for it as well. So, not too much to go in depth on with John Collins. It's either the Celtics or the Timberwolves, or he's staying in Atlanta.
Yeah.
We'll do one more guy, your guy, Victor Oladipo.
I like Vic.
Houston Rockets.
Yeah, I like Vic a lot. I like his play style, man.
He's tough.
He's a real
Plays
tough
defense.
hitter. He's a pretty all-around guard.
Developed offensive game.
Yeah.
He's been pretty good for the Rockets in his 25 games? 25 games? Averaging, I think, 20 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, something like that. His field goal percentage and three-point percentage ain't great, but he's coming off an injury and he's playing on a team with nothing to play for. To be fair, I wouldn't be averaging 30 on 50% either.
Yeah, how do you feel about him? Speaking of, how do you feel about him being out there with John Wall?
Oh man, when that trade first happened, when he got to Houston, I was excited because I love John Wall. John Wall is literally one of my most favorite players, and I'm a huge John Wall believer. I believe he's one of the best point guards in the league right now, and I think he's proven it because he's playing really well for the Rockets. They suck, but that's not his fault.
Yeah, you can't. We talk about it all the time.
That's not his fault.
You can't have one player and expect it to be
especially
a monumental difference. Yeah,
it's harder for point guards. That's why Steph Curry and Damian Lillard should get so much credit for how good, so much more credit for how good they are. Because for a point guard to really carry a team, that's hard to carry a team. For a point guard, it's rarely been done. Where teams,
them boys show out.
They show out. Look at your boy Russ out there in Washington.
Not even Washington. Look how many times that when he was for OKC, trying his hardest to carry them boys.
Don't do it. Doing his damn. Cause nobody wants to hear. Everybody just wants to say there's two sides of the spectrum of Russell Westbrook. It's literally two sides. There is no in between. Two sides. One side, he plays so hard. He's the guy I want on my team. Give me Russ, right? Oh, you know what you're gonna get out of Russ. Then there's the other side. Yeah, you know what you're gonna get out of Russ. Nigga, he's selfish. All he wants is the stats. He literally just plays for the stats. Yeah, he plays hard. Plays hard for the stats. That's two sides. He plays
hard for himself.
Yeah, that's two sides. And, his teammates come out the defenders and say he's a great teammate. And my thing is, yeah, of course, he's a great teammate. But what they got to do with him as a basketball player? He can be a great teammate.
He can be a cool person.
I'm sure Jared Dudley is a great teammate. Don't nobody go out there and say, man, Jared Dudley, boy, back in the day. Come on, bro. Now, he wasn't. Funny thing, though, Jared Dudley, real quick point, ACC Player of the Year when he was in college, which is a pretty big deal. But thing with Russ, bro, and this is my thing with Russ. I used to be a big Russ fan, but watching him play, it's just not. Everybody's like, oh, Russ is so excited to play watch.
Man, first of all, y'all, all those people that my man here is talking about that I feel that way about Russ, really break down his game. If you look at him, Russ he's explosive. He's quick on the draw. That motherfucker will get to that hole. He'll get there quick. And don't get me wrong, he is, for his size and his position, he is pretty strong. I'll give
really
him.
strong.
You know what I'm saying?
He's really strong.
But can a man shoot?
And that's the thing, man. He used to have the nastiest pull-up mid-range in the league. I'm talking about fast break, full speed, stop, pop, beautiful mid-range shot.
And
He used
then
to knock it down.
I thought I was the only one who noticed that. And I was
He
like,
don't hit it.
Now
He still
like,
shoots it, but he don't hit it.
Cause you know what it is? Was I the only one that noticed that this motherfucker just went? Not only that, I'm the only person that noticed that this motherfucker just went. Yeah, I know I can shoot a mid range, but I'm gonna dunk every chance I get. Like, come on, bro, you a point guard.
Do what you do well. Now do what you do best. Now do what you do best. Now.
But like you just said, that wasn't all he did best. He had a good.
Then too, you had Kevin Durant too. You know that opens up a lot of options for you. Now this is with Russ. You watch him play. Really watch him play. Oh, does Russ ever just pass the ball? Like, okay, I'm gonna give it to him, and he gonna give it to him, and he gonna give it to him. Like really get an offense going. If you watch Russ play, he's either scoring or he's passing to an assist. Yeah. That is it. Or he's standing in the corner. That's it. Three things. That's three things. He's gonna shoot it, pass to assist, or stand in the corner. Right? Does not really facilitate offense. That's why he is terrible in a half-court offense. He is horrible in a half-court offense because he does not facilitate an offense. He passes the ball, but that is not facilitating. Watch Steph Curry facilitate the offense. And he does it without even having to pass the ball around all the time. Run off screens, set screens, run around, get guys open. Steph in a half-court offense is fun to watch, super fun. But we not going to get into a Russ diss. Because ain't nobody here going to defend him. Yeah. You know, so I'm not going to.
Not at all.
I'm not going to.
But anyways, back on Vic.
Get to that. On Victor Oladipo. So, you know, for me, because I haven't really seen reports of teams really wanting him. But if I were to choose a team, I would think he would be best on and a contender as well. I like the Denver Nuggets. You know, and I can even see you can put together a pretty good trade package for it without really losing much. You know, you can say, okay, hey, we'll get Gary Harris, young guy, young shooter, 3-and-D kind of guy, long, athletic, good player, really good player. He's a pretty good player, right? And a first-round pick. Because if you're in Denver, I'll give you a first-round pick. We're not going to be picking high anyway. And on top of that, I feel like their picking for talent days are over. Because they already got the guys.
Yeah.
They got Michael Porter Jr., they got Bobo, they got P.J. Dozier. They got those young guys. Jamal Murray, they but like 22, 23 years old. They got Jokic too.
And that.
These dudes are young. These dudes are young.
Double with Jamal Murray.
It's tough. And in a playoff series where it's a one game at a time type mentality because you're playing the same team.
He would be great. Yeah, I understand what you're
saying. He's the go-to guy. Like Nikola Jokic is by far he's the best player. He's really more suited to that facilitating role. Point guard, give it to him on the wing,
that's what I'm saying.
and let him run
as far as scoring.
But as far as scoring, get buckets when we need them, Jamal Murray's that guy. But in the playoffs, Oladipo could take some of that heat,
that stress off of him. You know what I'm saying?
Some of that pressure off.
I felt like I knew that's where you're going because, like you said, he's not. He knows his role well enough to where if he was to be there with Nicole and
I'm not getting 20 points tonight here.
No,
probably not. Maybe,
but if we hit the playoffs. And hot damn, boy, Jamal, you just came off a 40-point game. You know
they're gonna be gunning for you.
You know what I'm saying? So, all right, first quarter, man, don't go as hot. Put me in, coach. Let me do a little something.
That's not to say
something up. And I'm not saying he gonna come up in the game himself and drop 30.
No, but he's a good scorer. He's a good player.
He's a good scorer. He's a good player.
He brings a defensive mentality to that team. Where Mike Malone is a defensive head coach.
Yeah,
coaches defense, but they're not really a defensive team. They're a bunch of offensive players, right? Victor Oladipo's gonna play defense, right? And you have a Michael Porter Jr. guy who can get his own shot. Michael Porter Jr. is basically he's 6'11", about 220. He has a whole offensive game to go with. He's so nasty, bro, disgusting, and he just has to put it together, right?
Yeah.
So they got a really good team. I think they bring a Victor Oladipo that really helps them out, and I really like to see that personally. Other than that, Miami Heat maybe. I think would be a decent spot for him. You maybe trade Goran Dragic for him. Yeah. You know, because Goran's a good player, but you saw what when it going gets tough. Goran Dragic really doesn't bring much to you. Not in the playoffs. Like in the playoffs, what's crazy is in the bubble in that playoffs, he was great, right? Goran Dragic was great, their leader scorer. But I really think in a normal year where it's not so much of the bubble and all of this pressure from COVID, where it's starting to go back to normal. In the playoffs, I don't think Goran Dragic gives you guys because he's a weak link on defense.
Yeah.
Terrible. It's not his fault. Physics and genes did that to him. 6'2", 190 pounds, and he's quick. He's not fast. There's a difference. I'd like to see him there. But yeah, once again, it's not really a whole big market for Victor Oladipo. We could talk about Kyle Lowry, but we're going to cut that short because we're going to get to the music. So, but before we go, I do want to say, you heard it here first. I know what I want to say. I want to piss Juan off if he sees this. Juan had texted me. I remember it was the middle of the night, about 10:30 or 11 o'clock at night. And that man Juan texted me, bro, Kemba walked for Kyle Lowry. Because he doesn't really like Kemba. He doesn't like Kemba on the Celtics. He's a big Celtics fan. Celtics homer. Hard.
Yeah.
Celtics stand. And he was like, bro, Kemba for Kyle. It works, bro. It's perfect. I was like, not really. But, I humored him. I was like, okay, yeah, that can work. But it's like a better deal for both teams. Kyle Lowry for Ben Simmons. And people gonna look at me crazy like, why would you trade Ben Simmons for Kyle Lowry? Ben Simmons is 22 years old. He's a future All-Star. I mean, he is All-Star. He could be even Defensive Player of the Year, right? So
Yeah,
everybody watch.
I'm on that right now, buddy.
We got y'all first. We got like everybody's like critique was the background noise and Skylar.
Hey, we're moving past it. Everybody just got grounded in GTA. Anyways, sorry about that, YouTube. I'm back.
But it was he's maybe even Defensive Player of the Year this year, right? He might even win Defensive Player of the Year. Here's the thing. It's just in the playoffs, it's not gonna work with him and Joel Embiid, just because it's too easy to stop him. In the playoff series, you cannot be easy to stop because you won't win that. That's why the Bucks lose every year. Yep. Because at the end of the day, if you get down to it, Giannis is easy to stop.
We gonna talk about Giannis a little more.
Yeah. We gonna go.
We gonna have to talk about Giannis.
But I'm gonna leave it. Just digress at he's easy to stop in the playoffs. And go look at the film. It's actually easy. Same thing with Ben Simmons, but then you throw in the fact that he's that's also gonna slow down Joel Embiid is what's gonna really hurt him in the playoffs. But with a Kyle Lowry, that's out the window because Kyle can shoot. He's he's a dog. He's gonna play defense, not to the level of Ben Simmons, obviously, but he's a better shooter. Better. I want to say facilitating wise, I think it's pretty close. So in a half court offense, he could be better for them, and I think they're gonna be best in a half court offense because they got a guy, Joel Embiid, who they can dump the ball down to and slow the game down whenever they want. Now, part of what you're losing is a guy, Ben Simmons, who can speed the game up whenever he wants to because he's so fast, he's so strong, he's tall, long. He can do it. But I think you get more than you lose in terms of the short term for that. And in the short term, they're in win now mode. Like it's time to win. We done been good for too long. It's time to be great. And with Ben Simmons, I don't think they could be great right now. So that's the little trade package I had there. Moving on to our second half, and that's music. And we're gonna talk about how we developed our taste in music. So, the background of why I kind of
no.
No.
There's always some crap with you, bro.
We're gonna say this. We did a video the other day, and again, like we told you, technical difficulties, so you won't really see it. But I'm gonna tell you, when we started on this segment of the episode, I started out by saying my mom didn't really let us listen to rap music when we were young, right? Lamont followed up by interrupting me and going on a 5-minute tangent. First of all, first minute of that tangent, kissing my mama ass, saying how much you
First
love
of
my mama.
First of all, you gonna say that.
Love
First of all, you gonna say that in this video? Like your mama ain't gonna whoop your ass for saying that?
Bro, first of all, let me tell you what my mama told me. She said, "Be yourself." You know, my mama told me to be myself, but I'm reining it in because I do realize that she and my Aunt Carla and them.
Anyways, I'm not kissing. No, listen. For my family and friends out there watching, I love my mama dearly.
And
All my
kissing
heart.
his grandma ass too, and his sister.
I'm kissing my grandma ass. Grandma, she made the llama bean.
Like,
Why don't you ever disrespect my grand like the Ross?
I'm not disrespecting your grand. I'm disrespecting you because you went on a 5-minute tangent.
That's broke.
Interrupted me.
Listen,
and
listen.
Then, at the end of it,
One day,
when I asked you,
in future, I'm talking.
You go,
I'm
no, I was talking
Shut
first.
up.
I was talking first. This is what happened. You just not gonna be satisfied.
Hey.
That's not even yours.
I pay bills in this house.
You don't pay for that.
I break whatever the hell I want. So, can I go ahead and talk?
Kick your ass. No.
Can I go ahead and talk? No, man, shut up. So,
Who the fuck you talking to?
oh my, you go, listen, look, every time, his anger is what.
So you not being disrespectful right now? Bro.
In future segments to come, we're going to have family members on here so y'all can meet them.
Yep.
And when we bring Miss Estelle on here,
Yes. My mama.
y'all will see what I mean. I really do love her. If seeing Elijah, and when you meet Miss Estelle, you'll see what I mean. It's like they the same people, except she his mama and he her son. That's it. Like, she's hilarious. All she do is talk junk.
That's true.
It ain't true.
I'll say it's kind of true.
Yeah, they're the same person. So, but
I'm not
at the core.
This is the thing. I'm not shitting on you for kissing my mama.
I don't like the way you're saying it.
why.
Just stop saying it like that. Cause
Oh my god. Okay.
it's not what you said. It's how you said it.
Okay. No, it's what I said. That's what I'm saying. Is you was kissing my mama's ass, and I'm okay with that. But why?
Well, you know, she got
What was
something
the
like
purpose?
you. Somebody need to kiss
What,
her
no,
ass.
but what was the purpose? Because you did that, and he went on this little tangent, and at the end of it, when I asked you, what does that have to do with my mama, you froze up. And that's what upsets me. All right?
You want me to say it? YouTube, I was drinking. I just got off 11 hours at work, delivery driving.
Excuse me. Continue. Nobody stopped you.
My name is Lamont Robinson, and I'm an alcoholic.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad you know. First step is admitting it. And all right, moving on.
No worry, I'm signing this guy up for a pothead tonight. Woo, you better hope you're watching this one.
Bro, first of all, watch for what? I don't drink.
What did I say though?
I don't know what you said. Moving on. Ooh, we gonna fight after this.
Anyways,
backgrounds and music.
his mother didn't let him.
And I
rap
started.
growing up.
This is what upsets me. I was starting first. He interrupted me, and then for 5 minutes just talked. And I was cool with listening because that was his side of the story, but it was supposed to come after me. It was supposed to come after me.
You hear the selfishness in that YouTube?
I started.
You hear the selfishness in that YouTube?
So you know what? Fuck it. Say your part. Go ahead. You start off. Say your part. You go first.
You just gonna talk like that. You don't care what come out your mouth right now, do you?
Say what you want. Say what you want. Talk.
Anyways, so YouTube, I feel like he's about to do something really disrespectful. So I don't really want to get started talking.
No,
I
talk,
know
man.
it's coming.
Talk, bro.
Um,
Tell your side of the story. How'd you get into music? What led you into your love for music? What developed your taste for music? Your preferences?
you just talk.
Who was the biggest influence on you? Tell your side of the story. Go ahead.
7 years ago.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
7 years ago.
Come on, man. Just talk.
No, you talk. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get loud.
All right, so
I'm sorry.
So, growing up, my dad only listened to like 2 people.
Right.
R. Kelly and Tupac.
Right. There's two genres.
It is.
Yeah.
But it was only 2 artists in 2 different
Exactly.
genres.
It's not good.
So
It's not bad. I'm not gonna say that, but it ain't necessarily great either.
I mean, he definitely had 2 good artists in each genre. He just had only those 2.
And not to you know, I don't want to insult your dad or anything.
I mean, you can.
I love your family, and you know, I met them and I really love them and I enjoy being around them. So I don't want to insult them too much. Again, that's not to say I was going to because I love them. But just for me,
You see what he's
you know,
doing
my
here
mom,
on YouTube? Do you see what he's doing here on YouTube? All right.
my mom, when I was a kid, my mom really wouldn't let us listen to rap.
No
But she would, she would get us to listen to multiple genres of music. You know,
Hope they'll
reggae,
punch you in the face after this
pop,
video.
R&B, country. My mom really has a wide range of music she likes and listens to, and she kind of instilled that in me, that love for multiple, you know, that understanding that you don't have to just listen to one, you know, genre of music, one song, one type of song you like. You can listen to, and music is music, and it sounds good. That's why you listen to it. You know, it's not always
Fair
necessarily
enough.
what they say. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you or anything. Like I said, I do love your family, and met them. I love them so much, and love you, Yolanda, because I know that's who he's gonna talk about. Love you too. I'm sorry. Did I? Oh my gosh, you're supposed to be going first. Oh, God, bad Elijah. Oh shoot. Go ahead.
I'd be a dick if I erased this whole video, wouldn't I?
You would.
Nah.
That'd be a whole 2 fucking hours that we would be sitting here talking to each other for no fucking purpose.
So I'm not good enough for you to talk to for 2 hours? Yeah, go ahead, get up, walk away. Go ahead, get up, walk away.
When I could be listening to music, because this is what it's about. Music. Talk about the music.
Now that he's done with his point that he was trying to prove you to. So, ironically enough, like we were saying, my dad only listened to 2 people.
Yep.
But he was still the person that said, don't just stick to one type of music.
Yeah, no, we been hypocritical. Just a wee bit, not a whole lot.
Like he was telling me about, he would tell us about like country music, different country artists. And,
Turn up the music, turn the lights down low. All right.
but you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. He taught us to basically open our minds, you know, accept new things, don't just brush everything that's off because it's different.
Oh man, you remember? Was it yesterday? Today's Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
So yesterday, when we was filming, we was talking about this, and I was telling you how I've actually met people who have like listened to a song or a genre of music for like the first time, and literally went, "Oh, I've never heard this before, so I can't mess with that. I can't like it. I can't dig it. I can't."
I mean, that's what it is.
Like I've literally had people say that to me. That
so
shit
many
is
people,
wild.
so many people do that.
It's crazy.
Immediately, you don't.
What?
Trust them. I mean, a lot of people today do it with what they already do. People could, for example, you got people who listen to hardcore street trap music all day, every day.
Yeah.
You throw them somebody with just a tad bit of lyrical meaning, something that makes sense.
Bro.
Nah, man, he whack, bro.
He whack, cause
bro.
he ain't talking about smacking bitches and
selling drugs, killing his best friend, and
what?
They won't listen to it.
But you know, again, we're not here to talk about rap. We're not gonna,
yeah, you're right.
Glad you brought that up, but we're not gonna talk about rap.
So, but to skip past my dad, my sister Yolanda.
I love your sister.
We spent many hours.
I met your sister
growing up. Gosh damn it, Elijah! You met a lot of people in my family.
Mm-hmm. I'm done. I'm sorry. Point proven.
We spent many days when we had nothing to do, you know, or we were just bored, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because we just was close-knit growing up.
Yep.
Surprisingly, now that we're adults and everybody's doing their own thing, it's a weird thing about adulting. But anyways,
sucks.
I mean, she, you know, growing up, man, she one who put me on Fantasia, Lauryn
Just
Hill.
hope it's not you.
Yeah, and Lauryn Hill.
Love Lauryn Hill.
She the one. I know I give you a lot of crap about Beyonce, but she the one that put me on Beyonce too, bro. We used to
And
jet,
you lucky
bro.
we boys, because you know that Beehive shit is real.
Yeah, okay. We're gonna do sting me.
Sound good.
All right, stop, man.
I'm done.
But yeah, man, that would have she would, and then from her teaching me a lot more about R&B, I didn't just stick to rap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then going from rap to R&B, I went from R&B to pop. I went from pop, I threw in a little country every now and then. And you know what I'm saying? I mix it up. And
I'm sorry.
No, you good.
My mom, I can directly relate to that because my mom, once again, my mom and my dad were the big, because me and my dad have had like 2-3 hour conversations about music before, where he's talking about all the concerts he's going to, the people he's seen. Oh man, he's regaled me with tales. Like I really wish I could have been there. Whenever I talk about dad, I get real upset at that. I was born in the wrong era type mentality, bro. Because what he tells me, all the things he tells me, I'm like, man, I would have loved that. I would have done that, you know. But, bro, PlayStation messing with me. But, what was I saying? Oh, my dad. My mom and my dad had a direct influence on me in terms of music, right?
Yeah.
My mom is also the one who kind of got me into classical music, like opera and just straight piano scores and things like that, things of that nature. And to this day, I listen to opera music all the time. Like, and you know, that's not the
bro. We should get her. We should get her together with my grandma. My grandmother's a big.
Told me that before, bro.
I came home one day.
I didn't believe it. I met your grandma.
Bro, it was so weird.
She's so cool, calm.
And I didn't find this out until like later on. I mean, I want to say like shortly after I moved up here.
Yeah.
And I came home from work one day, and my mom was she was just cleaning. She had the TV on, they blaring some opera music. Yeah, boy. And she just went into telling me about, you know, there's stories behind the operas.
Exactly. You don't even gotta understand the words, but you can feel the feeling behind the music.
And she was telling me about the talent that's in it. You know how hard them people that be in it, and you know, like you said, again, people who hear talk. Or you know, and like we was just saying, you know, you got some people who hear it and go, oh, man, I can't listen. I've never heard of that. But if I can't listen to it. Bro, what? All those people who think like that,
sick shit.
Get you an opera song and go out there and try to sing like one of them people. I don't care how much you think you can really sing. Go out there and try to hit an opera note. I dare you.
Well, you tell something, you throw your larynx.
All of it, bro. That's a different kind of
diaphragm.
Yeah, it's a different kind of singing. You know what I'm saying?
Boy, them women, the women and the men, boy, they it's like they got two sets of lungs, bro.
Like they can hold notes for what seem like hours, bro.
Powerful. But yeah, man, it's like once again that goes back to what we were talking about, and having an open mind when it comes to things, bro. Ain't like once again, nobody's saying you have to just step all the way out your comfort zone and just immerse yourself in things you've never seen before. Although that would be smart on your part because you'd be learning more, but you know that's not necessary. You don't have to do that. We're not telling you to. No. But what we are saying is that when you have a more open mind, you can see things differently than you ever have before. Because there is such a thing called the bigger picture. And it's used in different ways, different meanings, different settings. But overall for me, I look at life as a bigger picture. And I can never truly make it out. But I'm going to do my damnedest to do so. And whether that's music, literature, even something that's little to people as video games. You know, or you know, anything. Everything has a bigger picture to it. And as long as you understand that, you keep that open mind, you can learn anything, everything. You don't even know what you don't know. I've said this before and I'll say it again. You don't know what you don't know. So I'm always trying to learn more. Always trying to better myself. You know, because knowledge is power. It's fun to learn because knowledge is power.
I'm actually glad you used the term big picture, because you're right. That's a real thing, and it's not just a saying. It's not just something you hear. Bigger picture. Oh, I gotta. No,
not just something you see in movies, bro. That shit's real.
Yeah, bigger picture is real. And another thing that people think, especially when it comes to driving. All right.
You drive for hours.
Teach it, bro. Learning to get my CDL. Like my man said, it's something you think is so simple that it's gonna teach you something. It can teach you so much more.
Life lessons, bro. You can learn a life lesson in the smallest thing, bro.
Tunnel vision. They teach one of the main things they teach you in truck driving school is get rid of tunnel vision. It's not about this when you're driving. You have to have a vision like that when you're driving because you have to know what's going on around you at all times.
All times. And
you know what I'm saying?
You can, bro. I love that. I love that you took that lesson and applied it to your everyday life. Little shit like that.
Small steps like that can change your mentality forever.
For
you know, and like
for the better.
Back on the music thing, you know, that's why I'm glad we listen to so many different types of music because it's different songs that you can just think like, dang man, if I thought like that, man, that's crazy.
And it's little. You can take motivation from the feeling you're getting from the song. You may not even understand a word of that person. It could be in a whole different. Bro, I have so many songs in my phone that are in a different language, but the feeling that they get across is universal. Mm-hmm. It's universal. You don't have to understand the language to understand the feeling.
Yeah, it's like
especially in music. That's why I love music.
They say, what do they say? Love is a universal language. Yeah, I can meet somebody. From Everybody thinks that we have to hate each other because we look different or speak different languages. Nah, there's other ways for us to communicate and get to know one another and break down this wall of hatred and
you know, hatred. Obviously, we don't. You know, I don't want to get too much into it, but it is hatred out there. And it's just a barrier. It's a barrier. Like, you look at people who speak a different language as being different people than you. Mm-hmm. That's not true. They feel the same things. They see the same. They're the same as you.
They might think a lot like you a lot more than you even know.
Yeah, you just don't understand what they're saying.
Yeah.
Again, you know, that's where the open mind comes from. I can learn so much from anybody. Anybody. Bro, my worst enemy can teach me lessons I can use for my whole life. You know, if I'm willing to learn. Yeah. You know, and that's always been a big point for me is learning from everything. Learning. Even if it doesn't seem like it. Even if it seems like I'm not learning. I'm learning from every little thing that happens around me, to people around me. You know, I take things out and I absorb it and I learn. And now whether I apply that, you know, that's up to be seen.
Neither here nor there.
It's up to be debated. But that's really neither here nor there. It's learning. It's knowing that I can apply it. I can, you know, put it to application. So we talked about our origins of music somewhat. Hell, today we was playing our switches out in the living room, just chilling. And I was playing music from my phone, and I could literally put my music on a shuffle, and you don't know I don't know, like it'll go from hardcore rap to, you know, 50s crooner to opera to country to, you know, some kind of anime song. Like, it's literally, I put my shit on shuffle, and you have 10 different genres in 10 songs.
Yeah.
You know, and that's just the way that's how I just garner music. I love music, and that's how I'm.
You know, that brings on a quick subject we're gonna throw in here. This wasn't discussed. It just brought to my attention. We both, two humans that are very, I want to say adamant about music. Yeah, I'm using that correctly, right?
Solid.
Yeah. You know, I would probably say we both have a pretty big, a lot bigger than most musical library.
For sure. I can say that with confidence.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We
definitely do.
It's not a day-to-day, it's not a single day that we don't go about without listening to music, at least at some point throughout that day.
Oh my goodness. Like
the new subject I just thought about is how we pick our songs. Because like you just said, you go and you have your library. You have your library, and you have a plethora of different
I'm scared to
genres.
leave my shit on shuffle because like I be in the mood for certain shit and then the shuffle it'll just break me down.
Mess you
I
up,
ain't trying to
yeah.
hear that right now.
And
So
I
had
definitely
to go
feel you on
through,
that.
I had to go
Yeah,
through my whole
yeah.
library and put together a playlist for how I'm feeling at the time.
I definitely
Shit
feel
take
you on
forever.
that. But just noticing that alone, though, I know I'm a bit like, again, to show you how learning is connected to, or how music and learning can be connected. We gotta wrap this up.
Yeah.
How they can be connected is, a lot of my music is lyrical because I learned a lot from those lyrics, or they to put it simply, they speak to me, and I'm not. You can ask my wife. I love her dearly, and I love her even more for being with me for the last 6 years of my life, because no one, not even my family, knows as much as her as how I'm not good with my words. I will shut down quick, fast, in a minute.
Yeah.
But
You're
music,
real belligerent.
yeah. But music has and will always be the easiest way for me to express how I'm feeling. Because it's like what I'm thinking that I can't get out of my mouth, somebody has already thought and put into a song.
Yeah, and to a lesser extent, for me too, like not to just literally to piggyback off that, I will be reading a book, and I'm at the part of the book I'm in, I will be like, oh my god, this song go great for that, and I go, well shit, let me go ahead and play it, and I'll be playing music that matches what I'm reading or what I'm thinking or what I'm seeing. Like I will do that all the time. Like to me, music is literally expression of moments, and I'll be sitting in my bed, I'll be playing a game, I'm thinking, man, this kind of music would go great right now, put me in a good mood, and I'll go play it. Or if I'm walking, I'll literally be walking from, my house to my mom's house, and I'll be walking, I'm like, man, I'm kind of, I'm feeling this kind of way, so I'll play music that, lends itself towards that feeling. And basically, suffice it to say, music is a huge part of our lives, and it always will be, and always has been, because that's just, it means more to us. It means more to us than just being a song. And sorry if I'm coming a little low with my voice. I just literally, I need to drink some water. Y'all can see that.
Hydrate.
Hydrate is important,
It's
especially if you're gonna talk for an hour.
Easily.
Easily.
But you too, it's been great as always.
It's been great.
We actually, without even trying, ran this video over the original time of the first video.
Not even trying.
We love talking to you guys. We love talking to each other. Please, God, please like and subscribe.
Tell your friends.
And we're probably doing
if
this
you
wrong.
laugh at any point in time, tell your friends about that
We're
time.
probably doing this wrong, by the way, because I hear a lot of people who make YouTube videos, they usually say like and subscribe at the beginning.
That's smart.
Yeah.
How many people really sit here and watch us for a whole hour?
So if you made it through this,
you made it through, we love you.
Yeah.
Like to death.
Thank you. Please like, subscribe, tell people about us. Let us get out there and talk to some more people. Drop some comments. Let us know what y'all want us to talk about. We are really willing to talk about anything.
You let us know.
It don't matter.
You can put
not that it matters.
Something crazy.
We'll talk about it.
Like conspiracy theories. I will do my research
all
up till Friday, and I'll come on here like Alex Jones in this mug. If y'all don't know who that is, don't look him up because I don't like it. But
I'll come on here like the guy from Jeopardy.
What guy from Jeopardy? Alex Trebek, the guy over Jeopardy.
That's why I love this guy. He always knows what I'm thinking.
Okay, man.
All right, Wolfpack Entertainment here.
Yes, sir.
Call
sign. Yeah, the call sign.
What's call sign?
Anarchy Barrage.
Anarchy Barrage.
Anarchy Barrage.
We love you guys.
We don't know what that means.
Like and subscribe.
That's just what we say. Before we go though, chaos is fair. If you know what that's from, I love it.
Like and subscribe.
If you don't, like and subscribe. See ya.